Have you guys heard about the recent dramas with Ezra Miller? If you don't know who Ezra Miller is, he's the guy who's currently playing the Flash for the DC Universe. He has his own even standalone film that's supposed to be coming out. Big yikes, but he keeps getting into these crazy criminal things, and I just can't fathom why. So, you know what? I'm glad I held off on it. About a week ago, Ezra Miller was sued for apparently giving certain types of drugs to a 12-year-old. Like, what the heck? I'm taking a look at my analytics, and only like 2% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. I mean, that is insane. You thought his assaulting people in Hawaii on multiple occasions was bad enough, but oh my gosh, I mean, this is a whole nother level. And then, so I was going to make a whole video talking about that, but I'm glad I waited, because last night it came out that Ezra Miller has kidnapped a teenager and is on the run. What is going on? And I mean, if the Flash is running, the police obviously can't find him. Yeah, it literally says the police can't find him. Well, no crap, he's the Flash. He's running super fast with that teenager. I don't understand what's happening. I think it's an unfortunate curse of the Hollywood actor and Hollywood celebrity, because it goes to your head, and a lot of people just, I guess, can't take what happens. You get super popular, everyone recognizes you, and you make all this money, and then you give drugs to a 12-year-old, and you assault people in Hawaii, and then you kidnap a teenager. See, this one I really wasn't expecting. I mean, the assaulting people, whatever, I think it's terrible, but a lot of people will let that slide, myself included. I'd probably forget about it in like a couple months. And then the giving drugs, to the kid, I didn't know the kid's age until just now. So you know what, I may have let that slide if they were a bit of an older teenager and maybe they lied about it while him and Ezra Miller were partying. I could guess see that, but nah, you can't mistake a 12-year-old for anyone that's old enough to be handing them crazy stuff. But I'm not sure this one is forgivable. This guy obviously needs help. He needs to, have some time in prison or something. He kidnapped a teenager. I mean, let's read the story about it. It's believed that Ezra Miller has reportedly vanished, miles on the run, after allegations came out against the actor claiming that he had brainwashed and groomed a minor. Oh, God. And this is a big hit for DC too, because if you didn't know, yes, they have a Flash movie that's, as far as I know, done, or it's in post-production, that has completely Ezra Miller. And it's just like, you know what, I saw a tweet today complaining about how they removed Amber Heard from her 30-minute run in Aquaman 2 because it wasn't doing well with test screenings, and the recent thing with the recent trial with Johnny Depp, it's just made her super unpopular. No one likes her or trusts her, and so they removed her from the entire movie. And there was pretty much a woman saying that, oh well, Amber Heard gets replaced but Ezra Miller doesn't. And it's like, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, kidnapping and grooming a child or a minor is insane, and he should literally be in prison for this. But how are they gonna recast Ezra Miller when the entire movie is done? I mean, it puts DC in a really bad position, because I mean, I'm not even sure they can release this movie anymore, because it's just so, it has, the entire movie is Ezra Miller, and I mean, they probably spent like a good couple $1 million working on this, so it's hard to, I sympathize with DC. Obviously, I haven't seen them put out the greatest of stuff, but the Batman and the Joker were phenomenal movies, so who knows, maybe the Flash movie would have been great, but Ezra Miller took off running. Of course, that's what the Flash does. This is easily one of the most bizarre stories I've had to read all year. It's also really troubling. It was revealed last week that Ezra Miller has reportedly been grooming some girl named Tokyo Iron Eyes since she was 12 years old. Okay, so she's not 12 years old anymore, but the start at 12 years old is crazy, and that's Hollywood for you. I mean, 12 years old is good enough for a Hollywood celebrity. Now her parents, Chase Iron and Sarah Jumpings Eagle, which are fun names, are seeking an order of protection against Ezra Miller. They are alleging that the moment Miller and Tokyo met back in 2016 at the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota, the Fantastic Beasts and Justice League actor has been exploiting her. She was 12 at the time they met. Ezra Miller was 23. Ezra, what are you doing, man? It's like, oh my gosh, it's just so stupid. I mean, you have all this fame and money, and it's like you start talking to a 12-year-old. It's like, dude, she literally 11 years younger than you. It's like, I don't know. Hollywood celebrities I can never fathom what's going on with them. And now he's reportedly on the run and can't find her. So, Tokyo's parents are claiming that Ezra Miller's 18 and their 18-year-old are reportedly remaining on the run. So, yeah, as soon as, this girl turned 18, which, I don't know. Okay, I guess it does make sense. I had to take a second, like, oh, well, she was 12 in 2016? Yeah, that would make her 18 this year. Holy crap, time is going by so fast. A judge signed a protective order in Standing Rock Tribal Court earlier this week, but the court cannot locate or serve the order to Ezra because his present locations are unknown, according to legal records. Her parents are causing the Flash star of physical and emotional abusing grooming their 18-year-old. Attorney case was claimed in court that records show that Ezra Miller was psychologically manipulating and psychologically intimidating and endangering the safety of this young girl. Do you really believe that Ezra Miller kidnapped a kid? See, that's the interesting part. So they're saying they pretty much Ezra Miller kidnapped this kid, but as far as it's come out, it's just allegations. And I think the really unfortunate thing is, over the last decade or so, allegations are just not trustworthy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it always should have went. You should be innocent until proven guilty. We shouldn't automatically assume that Ezra Miller was doing this crazy stuff, even though I find it hard to believe that he didn't, especially with his track record of doing bad stuff. And then it takes a decent amount of effort to go through the court system to have this injunction put against Ezra Miller. So I find it somewhat hard to believe that they do that with no backing, just for some attention or something. I don't know, but you know what, it's not confirmed, and pretty much they're suspecting he kidnapped an 18-year-old, quote unquote, and they're on the run because they can't find either of them. And that was right when he was in these talks, to get removed, which is just, I don't know what's happening with Ezra Miller. I think it's super unfortunate because I've never been a huge DC fan, but there's moments of, DC that I think are cool. Like, I remember there's this one scene where Superman's fighting all the Justice League for some reason. I don't know enough about DC to know why. And Ezra Miller, as the Flash, starts running, and Superman looks over at him in super speed. Now, I thought that was super cool. I'm glad they had a consistent actor for the Flash. Something to continue going on. And you know what? Maybe the Flash movie might even have been good. But now I don't even think that we're going to be able to release this. Obviously, there's a chance this might just go completely under the radar. I mean, you know what? That's the most surprising thing. I woke up this morning and I knew I was going to talk about this Ezra Miller situation. And so I went on Twitter to find, an article about it. And there's only like 2,000 tweets about this. I mean, there's 20,000 tweets for the hashtag justice for Amber Heard, which is absolutely insane. She does not deserve justice. That's trending because people want her back in the the Aquaman movie, which is just insane. I mean, I can't fathom why anyone would want her back in the movie. I mean, let's say it was a abusive relationship, both sides, which I still, don't agree with, and I mean, I think the evidence doesn't agree with, but let's say it was. She still lied and tried to, ruin his life, and she lied on the stand as... you can't trust Amber Heard, so I don't know why people are defending her. But yeah, there's literally 20,000 tweets for justice for Amber Heard, but there's only like 2,000 for Ezra Miller kidnapping a kid. So I don't know why this is being brushed on the rug. Maybe people want to know that it's actually real before, they come out and talk about it, which I think is fair. But I think I get a good jump start on it, especially because, there's a good chance this is the reality of what Ezra Miller is doing right now, and it's just super unfortunate. I'd like to see this actor continue in the DC universe, because I liked him as the Flash, I guess, but I just my like for him is pretty much just completely gone, especially after these recent things. I mean, sure, assaulting people in Hawaii is bad, but this just tops the cake. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.